How's it going, everyone? My name is Michael SK, and welcome back to Robotics Notes Elite. I don't really remember the specifics of what happened in the last episode, but we did get confirmation from Subaru but that he has taken the M45 and full-on dismantled that thing in front of his father, so he is definitely not going to Las Vegas here in a few days for that Robo 1 World Championships, and Mr. Platus truly is dead. But I guess now the attention is truly being focused on the big robot, which Akiho has been wanting that to be the focus since the very beginning, but with everything that's been going on since the absolute very start, it just hasn't been. But now it really can be. So I guess we have that to look forward to. It's quiet. It's also cooler than usual today. There's a carefree feel in the air as time passes by at the old airport. I look out at the runway. Oh yeah, let's check Twitter. It's today. I hope the parts come in fast. Gonna build. Was going to study for college entrance exams, but not feeling it. Off to do some super rinpei to mentally concentrate. The suntanned southern islander boy that I saw this morning going to a store was amazing. If he was wearing glasses, I would have gotten a bloody nose. It was meant to be. I'm in paradise. Chill out, perfect. Wait. Did she have a lot of spelling errors? Was going to study for college. Wait, off to oh, yep, there it is. Okay. Please ignore it. Played about 3 hours, 32-0, all right. Jeez, their eyes have no ill will, kids these days. From Robot Doctor, new parts are in. World's first battery for giant robots. The 45DO1 by Matoba Technical Research Institute. The battery is made for giant robots, but basically it's a smaller car battery. Have 2 in stock. Due to the current situation, I will be stepping away from media appearances. I will also be taking a break from this account as well. I will be putting my everything into my position. Please continue to support Exoskeleton Company. So what was also kind of brought up in the last episode was that more hugs be having more problems and that they are killing people, I think. Like they're doing some weird stuff. Apparently there's like a video or some videos online where I guess people that are wearing the hugs are having them do movements that the human body is not supposed to perform, and that could injure and kill people for sure. A small-sized solar storm hit the west side of America. Malfunctions seen on some electronics. What is considered a small one? I can't tell at all. Just like NASA said, it will come in 2019. They announced it like 6 years ago. This is the beginning, just the beginning. There are no abnormalities in Japan, right? Then it must mean it was a small size. There is no point getting worked up about it. Something like the crash of 15 won't happen again, right? There is no point being worried about America. Are you stupid? Yeah, honestly, who cares about us? It's more like thank you, America, for taking the hit. It would be great if this means no more solar storms. Yeah, honestly. But yeah, I mean, it was said in that report. Wait, seems like Kurokane is gonna write another article to worry people. Okay, yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's exactly what the Kimijima Report did state, is that 2019 and 2020 are also going to be hit with solar storms, right? Isn't that what it said? We can actually check it. Yeah, we can read through it at our leisure. Major solar storms that will occur in 2012, 15, 19, and 20. I don't think this is the significant one, but it could be just like, I don't know, the precursor to something bigger, maybe? Juna has been practicing karate katas for nearly an hour. She always does this when she has nothing else to do. I wouldn't be surprised if she brought her karate gi one of these days. There's still no sign of Subaru, but considering his old man, he'd likely get suspicious if Subaru came early every day. As for Akiho, she shut herself away in the hangar doing something or other. Whatever, she'll be fine on her own. Obviously, I'm playing tons of Kill Ballad. I've already played around 30 matches today, but I think I'll get another 10 in before lunch. With that happy thought running through my mind, I nonchalantly look up at the calendar on my Pokecom. It's already July 30th.
マジか。 ちょっと、いや、かなりショック。
Wait, how much more time do we have until summer vacation is over? I want to cradle my head. 10 days have already passed since summer break started. You would think that since it's a month and a half long, it wouldn't go by so fast. We're already a quarter of the way through. All I've done is take supplementary tests and play KB. That's right, those ridiculous supplementary tests ate an entire 10 days of my precious summer break. I guess that explains the time skip. But they're finally over. I'm a free man. There's about a month left of summer break. It might not be a bad idea to throw myself into KB for the rest of it. I use that desperate idea to push out the other horrific beast looming on the horizon, entrance exams, out of my head. Huh? I could have sworn I just heard a car horn in the distance. Akiho comes flying out of the hangar in response to the distant sound. Without my noticing, she's already changed into her work clothes. She sure seems enthusiastic.
誰が来たの？
誰じゃないよ。パーツ。
Akiho starts walking awkwardly toward the parking lot. Despite how it looks, she's actually running, kind of.
ヤシオくん、何かあったの？
Juna returns from the runway, wiping sweat off her forehead with a towel.
パーツが届いたらしいよ。
パーツって1号機くんの？
多分ね。そういえば1週間くらい前にロボクリニックで買い漁ったんだっけ。
Juna and I stayed behind in the club room at the time. As usual, Juna has no desire to go to the robot clinic. I guess she really can't handle Doc. Yeah, he's scary, but even I can't help but feel bad that his own granddaughter can't stand him. Probably a car. Juna is rendered speechless. Akiho opens the metal mesh gate connected to the parking lot, and a large truck comes rolling in. Yeah, okay, a truck. There's a sheet over the cargo. Given how big it is, there's either a lot of something or one big thing. And not only that, there's more than one truck. A small truck with a crane attached to it follows the first one into the lot. This seems really expensive. The two trucks follow Akiho's signaling, drive up to the front of the hangar, and stop.
Oh, Akiho-chan! 運んできてやったぞ!
ありがとうございます。
A large man gets out of the passenger seat of the larger truck. Given Juna's voice surprise, she must know who this guy is. Is it that CEO? Michi's uncle, cousin, whatever he was? Okay, yeah. President, CEO, same shit, maybe. He's the man behind my beloved space candy, and also Michi's relative. I guess his face does look similar. As the two of us watch him from a distance, he notices us. A huge smile crosses his face, and he waddles his massive body over to us. He's like a bear. And for some reason, there's a parakeet fluttering atop his head. Why did he bring the bird?
Yo, Juna-chan.
And unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, we can't see it. But let us get his geotag, if we can find it, you know? So, Nakafukata Sumiyo, blood type O, and 3rd degree black belt in judo. That explains some things. That explains quite a few things. Is there anything else in the background, maybe? Nope. Looks like his aim was Juna. Juna bows deeply.
考えてくれたかのう。我が社のキャンペーンガールになってくれる話じゃが。
無理です。
ボインちゃんいいね。
Again, not really sure why he brought the bird.
ギャラも弾むがどうだね。
無理です。
そうか。残念だのう。
The president suddenly turns his attention to me.
君がヤシオ君か。
Oh, wait. We were talked about? I guess Akiho may have, like, explained some things about, like, the current state of the club?
アキホちゃんから話は聞いとるぞ。
Yep.
おれ、お土産だ。たんと食え。
He hands me an entire box filled with 12 bags of space candy.
ありがとうございます。
I'm genuinely surprised. This is pretty exciting. There's a bit of a commotion coming from the trucks. I glance over to find the workers who drove in using the crane to unload the large cargo. Actually, wait a sec. One of those workers is Michi.
カイ、じゃあどう？
どうって？
Yeah, I'm not sure what to think of whatever the hell is going on here.
待望の発電機だよ。それにエンジンもラジエーターもバッテリーだってたくさん。すごいね。
Sounds like a recipe for disaster,
随分買
honestly.
い込んだじゃないか。
スポンサーである社長が気前よくポーンと出してくれたおかげだよ。しかもね、西の表港からここまでパーツを運ぶのまでやってくれたんだよ。おかげで助かっちゃった。ミッチーに頼んでもらったんだけどね。
へ
これで必要なパーツはほぼ揃ったよ。あと足りないのってドクお手製の巨大サーボモーターぐらいで、それももう発注かけてるんだ。っていうかドクってば何年も前にあらかじめ作り終えてて、あとは調整するだけだって言ってた。
That's pretty major progress. Although I'm not sure what to think of it considering money did all the talking.
接合パーツなんかはほとんど製作済みでハンガーに保管してあるから、残る作業は組み立てだけ。もうできたも同然でしょ。
Our president's starting to get ahead of herself yet again. Even an amateur like me knows that the hardest part of building a giant robot over 10 meters tall is assembling it. Akiho's way too optimistic about all this. Jesus
そう
Christ.
かそうか、できたも同然か。インパクト的にはいいことだぞ。
Yeah, impact. The president is giving off the same aura as Akiho.
ちなみにの、今うちの社でステッカーを作っとるからな。
ステッカー？
ああ、スペースアメ車っちゅうてダーンと書いてあるでっかいやつだ。
もういいじゃん。
それをな、ロボの一番目立つところに貼ってくれ。頼んだぞ、アキオちゃん。
ステッカー。
A natural demand from a sponsor. Hey, I mean, it's how it is in motorsports. If you want a sponsor, you better actually have that shit like visible on your suit, on your car. It is what it is. And I guess it's also making its way into, I guess, other sports. You see it in basketball. Not sure about baseball. I don't think it's really there. It's definitely there in various forms of soccer/football. American football, I don't know about that. Yeah, sponsorships are definitely a thing. If I was sponsored, I'm sure that I'd have to show a logo or talk about something somewhere in my video. It's how it is. I did not read that. What did that say? I am skipping too far ahead. They're offering money in exchange for advertising after all, but it looks like Akiho had no clue about any of this.
社長、ステッカーを貼るとガンツクワンの頑張れるらしさが台無しになっちゃうんだけど。
らしさ、それはインパクト的に重要なんか。そもそも頑張れるっちゅうのは何なんじゃ。
うちらが作ってるロボのモデルは頑張れるっていうアニメのロボなんです。アニメの頑張れるは目立つところにステッカーなんて貼ってないから。
だがな、お嬢ちゃん、インパクトっちゅうのは大事だ。やはりの一番目立つ場所に貼るってのは譲れん。
そもそも貼るの前提なんだ。
それとな、そのロボっちゅうのは人が乗ると聞いたが。
はい、乗ります。それが巨大ロボとしての正しい姿ですから。
That sounds like a jab at Subaru, who, by the way, is still not here.
で、その乗組員な。
乗組員じゃなくてパイロット。
我が社としては純奈ちゃんを希望させてもらう。
The camera panning really just shows how fucking large this character is, and how small Juna is. What a turn of events. Huh, the wind blows in my favor.
無理です。私。パイロットは今のところここにいる階に。
いいや、俺はまだ一言も乗るとは言ってないよ。
ちょっとカイ。
それにほら、資金を出してくれたスポンサー様の意向には逆らえないでしょ。ねえ。
I look at Juna, who is currently muttering to herself with tears in her eyes, desperately shaking her head.
というわけで社長、
These camera pans are
ステ
so
ッカー
funny.
とパイロットの件はちゃんと検討しておきますんで。
そっかそっか、よろしく頼むの。特に純奈ちゃんを乗組員にする件な。
パイロット。
島出身の空手家美少女が操縦する巨大ロボっちゅうのはインパクト絶大だ。
ボインちゃん、
確実に何日新聞には取り上げられる。これは一面狙えるぞ。もしかすると純奈ちゃんに単独インタビューとかもあるかもしれんね。
This whole time, Juna has been looking like she's seeing the world end before her eyes. Considering she's constantly practicing karate because she has nothing else to do, she should just roll with it. As our conversation continues, the rest of the parts are steadily unloaded from the truck. As soon as all the cargo was unloaded from the truck, the Space Candy Company president left like a passing storm. Let's see what's new on Twitter. Played 15 minutes while I watched them unload. 3-0. Alright, well that's how much time has passed. Hello from Space Candy. Space Candy now sponsors Tanegashima High Robotics Club. Today, for the first time, I saw parts for the giant robot, and it really is big. That's a good tweet to put out. That's good PR. I don't think there's anything new to see here. We've already scanned this. But if there are any, noticeable changes, I guess I can scan the new stuff. As soon as all the cargo was unloaded from the truck... Oh, I already read that.
おじきは人使いが荒いな。
Michi was left behind. He's tiredly complaining while sipping from a small carton of milk.
いいかお前ら、身内はとことん利用しろって話があるだろう。あれは嘘だ。正しくはこうだ。身内を利用すると利用されることも増える。わかったか？これ豆知識だからな。覚えとけ。
Should a teacher really be saying that to his students?
じゃあ、俺は帰る。あとは任せた。
That's why we're here.
ミッチ、顧問として監督する気ゼロだな。
ミッチーはあれぐらいでちょうどいいって。あんまり踏み込んでこられても扱いに困るし。
Considering he's the OG president, you'd think that we'd respect him more. How is the gap so huge between him and Misane?
疲れた。
As soon as Michi leaves, Juna weakly sinks to the floor.
私、あの社長さん、ちょっとだけ苦手。体すくんじゃうっていうか。
推しが強い人だから？
クマさんみたいに大きいから。
He is huge in comparison to Juna. I guess life-size robots aren't the only issue. Maybe she can't handle things that are slightly bigger than humans. But if we're gonna keep that guy on as a sponsor, we're gonna have to keep sucking up to him and using Juna. As though trading places with Michi, Subaru appears.
パーツ届いたんですね。
遅刻だよ。
Subaru shrugs and ignores Akiho's comment. He doesn't seem to care at all. He takes a peek inside the garage and then turns back around and faces us.
太陽嵐でやられていないかどうか念のために調べた方がいいんじゃないですか。
太陽嵐がどうかした？あ、ツイポで今話題になってるよね。
Yep, we already read about it.
太陽
We're on
嵐
top
が
of
到
things.
達してアメリカの西海岸で機械が壊れたとかなんとか。
Yep, I'm dying right now.
そうなの？もしかして15年クラッシュみたいになるのかな？
My computer's actually on fire thanks to the solar storm.
そこまではまだ。あくまで小規模なものらしいですから。
でも機械が壊れたせいでね、暴動起きてるらしいよ。機械が壊れただけでなんで暴動が起きるの？
Yeah, wait, what am I missing here?
セキュリティが死ぬからね。 泥棒にしてみれば夢の時間ってわけだ。
Ah.
っていうか、西海岸ってことはベガスもやばいんじゃない？
Oh, shoot. Yeah, I mean, I would assume Nevada is pretty west coast. Or at least Las Vegas. Las Vegas is several hundred kilometers inland from Los Angeles. The Robo One World Championships are scheduled to be held there.
世界大会はこのままだと中止になるかもしれないって噂ですよ。
Ooh.
太陽嵐はもうしばらく続くらしいんで。
続くの？
I mean, they could just move it to like another major city like New York or something. New York City to be exact.
この後もっと強いのが来るかもしれないって偉い先生がコメントしてたよ。
Yeah, and our report.
でもアメリカの話じゃん。日本じゃ被害とか全然出てないんでしょ？
そうだといいけどね。
I mean, we're relatively close to America, no? There's just a big pool of water in the way. As soon as Subaru brought up the topic, the contents of a certain document fill my head. The Kimijima Report. If I recall, it said the following. However, this is the truth. The sun is on the verge of producing several discharges. According to scientific evidence, there will be successive major solar storms that will occur in 12, 15, 19, and 20, all of which will severely affect the Earth and its magnetosphere. See, I already jumped on that, guys. I'm getting good at this these playthroughs here, looking into the details. And now I'm gonna get cocky about it. It's not cold, but I start subconsciously rubbing my arms. I have goosebumps. It's possible that everything written in that report was the truth. Can I really laugh it off as a crazy conspiracy theory? Irie said that Kimijima Ko was murdered by someone. Why did he leave that report behind? And why was he murdered? Is it because everything written in that file was true? And the Kimijima report I found isn't the only one on the island. And the rest of the hidden text files, there could be even more predictions and revelations. Wait, hold on, stop. Don't let yourself get dragged into this dark spiral of conspiracy theories. Oh shit. Suddenly, I hear a melody that I know all too well.
着信音変えたの？カゴメカゴメ。
That's right. Juna told me all about this. About a bunch of people in Tokyo getting messages similar to earthquake early warnings all at the same time. Juna and I immediately make eye contact. Uh-oh.
何これ？
僕のポケコンからもです。
私も。
The melodies overlap, creating a dissonant sound. I feel like I'll get a headache if I listen to this for too long. And the poor sound quality makes it all feel even creepier. The fact that it doesn't stop immediately points to it being a call and not a message.
うち着信音をカゴメカゴメにしたことなんて一度もないのに。
Goddamn fucking nursery songs. Man, they've been ruined. Thank you, Chaos said.
そもそも自分のポケコンにこんな着信音が入っていること自体初めて知りましたよ。
See, here in America, whenever we get our messages, whether they're Amber Alerts or if there is like an emergency that's being stated by the president, or if there's like a fucking strike going to be happening or something along those lines, we just get like a loud ass like siren alarm. If you have your sound on, that is. But if you don't, well, then you just get the vibration or nothing at all. No, you don't get some fucking nursery song playing. I check my Pokecom and the display is similar to when there's a normal call coming in. In this case, however, the caller's number is hidden. As a test, I try answering the phone.
Huh?
This sound. It's just like a fax machine's transmission noise. Oh. Is she the one doing this? Or is this that certain organization that Kimijima Ko had mentioned? I feel a chill run down my spine. My body is shivering. I can't take it anymore. I hung up. Oh?
Huh?
Who the fuck is this? Her timing is perfect. When did this woman get here? There's nothing around here, so you can see everything. Yet I didn't even notice her till she was right there. At long last, Kogome stops playing. The hangar returns to silence. Everyone stands still without saying a word. Yeah, this is very, very ominous. Nobody can wrap their head around what just happened over the last minute or so.
君たちって中央種子島高校のロボット研究部の皆さん？
Maybe? Who wants to know?
そうですけど。
Who is this person? Did someone from the media come by for an interview? Or...
マスターは殺されました。
Who killed him?
よかった。会えるかどうか不安だったんですよ。
The woman smiles as she speaks. What the fuck? A single black van comes driving onto the airport apron. It's approaching at high speed. It then comes to a stop behind the woman.
突然ですけど、お話ししたいことがあるので、一緒に来てもらいますね。
What? Brawny-looking men in black suits exit from the van. 5 of them. With so many confusing things happening in such a short amount of time, I don't even consider the option to flee. Before I realize it, I've been grabbed from behind with both arms twisted. I can tell I'd be in immense pain if I attempted to resist, so I stay put. Akiho is grabbed by the arms by one of the men and forced into the van. Juna and Subaru as well. It hasn't even been 2 minutes since that woman showed up. Yet in that short amount of time, she's managed to abduct 4 high schoolers.
出してください。
I get pushed into one of the van's seats, and I'm just dumbfounded by this entire situation. All I can think about is Kimijima-ko's fate. The fear of being erased. My body's been trembling ever since Kogome started playing. God damn, that trips me up. I desperately try to talk. The woman, now sitting in the front passenger seat, turns around to face us.
私の名前は
She removes her sunglasses and flashes us a cheerful smile that really doesn't fit the situation. Her voice... No way.
天王寺ない。
There it is. There it is. I knew it. That voice, it just... There was like a little hint of how she used to talk as a kid. Yeah, I'm not surprised by her being in this. I thought she'd be in Dash, but I guess she's in this one too. No, I knew that she was involved in Robotics Notes, but why? What is she doing?
よろしくね。
Despite the smile on her face, her eyes aren't smiling in the least. And that is chapter 3, so on to chapter 4. I've been alive for 18 years. Looks like this is the end of that road. I never thought I'd experience being abducted by some shady group of people. Yet here I am, having it actually happen to me. And not just me, but Akiho and the other members of the club as well. I have to do something, but there's no way I can turn the situation around on my own. I know how trying to do that will turn out. Thus, all I can do is stay quiet in this shaking car. Nobody says a word. After passing the time in silence, we finally arrive at our destination. It's... The fuck is this?
どうなってるんだかな。
宇宙センターだよね。ここ。
Well, there goes all the tension, I suppose. And we have access to our Pokecom. What is a Boing-chan? A woman whose breasts bounce a lot, kinda old lingo. A baby cat, a short song or tune. I guess we'll just be honest. Got kidnapped. Great. I'm so fucking happy we were able to tweet that part out. You know, let's not like call somebody, you know, for help. Let's just tweet it out. I wasn't the only one hearing Kogome play, right? Regarding the Kogome incident, was it a technical issue or something? I wonder. I think something was ringing now that you mention it, but isn't it easier to just ignore it? And that's all that. And we have access to the everything. We can look around. I mean, there doesn't seem to be any geotags to check out. We can't even get a geotag on Akiho, but no, everything's... It's as if there is no tension. Everything's fine. So what the fuck is going on? The windows of the van had a dark tint applied to them, but it was still possible to see outside. None of us had been blindfolded, and the men in black suits didn't warn us not to look around, which means there was nothing keeping us from watching the van enter TNSC and pull up in front of the Takasaki Observatory. We were then politely guided to a room on the 4th floor, no restraints. Did we just dream up the chaos from earlier? 5 minutes had passed since we got here. Needless to say, this isn't an interrogation room, nor is it some creepy cell. It's just a regular old room. Heck, if anything, it's more like a press conference room. After guiding us here, the men in black suits told us to wait for a little while and then left. In other words, it's just us 4 Robotics Club members sitting around.
鍵がかかっているわけではないようですね。
Subaru turns the handle on the door leading outside and it opens easily. An intense sea breeze comes blowing into the room, roughly swaying the hanging curtains. It sure is windy outside.
見張りがいるわけでもない。
So we could, if we wanted to, I guess, just fucking leave?
逃げることはできそうですね。
もう逃げる意味はないでしょう。少なくとも拷問を受けて殺されて海に沈められるなんていう最悪の可能性は消えたみたいだし。
If they wanted to kill us, they probably would have taken us deep in the woods where nobody would ever find us. There are places like that all over the island. Instead, they took us to the TNSC of all places. No restraints, and we're not locked in. It's pretty clear that they mean us no harm.
天王寺と名乗った女がここに着いた途端に姿を消したのが気になりますが。
ねえみんな、うち今回みたいなケース前に見たことあるんだ。
In an anime or real life?
それでアキちゃん、前に見たことあるって何のことさ。
この状況ってロボットアニメでよくあるパターンだよ。
There it is.
頑張れるの17話もこんな感じだった。つまりうちらは地球を守るために正義のロボットを動かすチームに選ばれたってことで。
部長ってガキですね。本当にくだらない。
こればっかりはスバル君に同意するよ。
I am also on board because I like to be a realist.
何よ、本気で言ってるわけじゃないのに。場を和ませるための会心のギャグでしょ、ギャグ。
Lighten the mood, huh? Juna's been trembling like a newborn fawn the whole time, so it looks like Akiho's joke ended in utter failure. Oh, well, I guess we found our other club member. Suddenly, the door to the room opens, and in comes a dizzy-looking Frau.
フル氷。
The men in black suits that were guiding Frau Bo leave the room. Apparently, it's not Frau Bao, even so I like to rhyme. Apparently, it's a reference, maybe, or something along those lines. But a part of me still wants to call her Frau Bao, just because, I don't know, I like rhyming.
フラウボンも捕まっちゃったの？
ありのまま今起こったことを話すぜ。私は近所のコンビニにポッキーを買いに出たと思ったらジャクさんにいた。何を言っているかわからねえと思うが、私も何をされたのかわからなかった。催眠術だとか超スピードとかそんなチャチなものじゃ断じてねえ。
コナちゃんも車に押し込められて拉致られたんでしょ。
だいたい合ってる。
So the same as us. Frau wasn't even at the hangar with us, which means they must have business with the entire Robotics Club. Although there's no signs of Michi, who left only a short time before the abduction took place.
ちなみに今の黒スーツのおっさんたちについて詳しく。黒スーツはあはあ、ネクタイをもぐもぐして味わいたい。あとグラサンのつるの部分をペロペロしたい。
What the fuck, dude? Stop. Time to ignore the perv.
TNSC ならさ、アキちゃんおじさんから何か聞いてないの？
よし、ちょっと電話してみる。
Despite our current situation, they didn't take our Pokecoms. Again, apparently Kaito was not... I guess he didn't feel threatened enough to call anybody. He just tweeted out, "Well darn, got kidnapped." Just as Akiho's about to make the call...
Yeah.
Huh. Her old man shows up right on time. I can't tell if he's trying to fool with us with that smile of his or if he's just forcing one out. Either way, he looks oddly tense.
お父さん、これどういうこと？まさかお父さんの差し金なの？説明して。それについては私が説明します。
Re-enters Nai. And she's all dressed up now. Entering the room after Akiho's dad is Tenoji Nai, the girl who was wearing sunglasses. That said, she's not wearing shades right now, so she kind of looks different.
はい、皆さん着席。
ちょっと待った。その格好って。
JAXA の職員の制服？改めて自己紹介させてもらいますね。JAXA 研究開発本部未踏技術研究センターの天王寺苗です。
Yeah, they got the same voice actor and everything. That's so cool.
種子島には今
I
日
can
初
hear
め
it.
て来ました。
I can
いいと
totally
ころ
hear
で
it.
すね。
Man, I've got questions though. I mean, I know I'm pretty sure all of us watching this episode or this playthrough, like you guys are aware that Dash, like you guys know Dash, right? Robotics notes Dash, what Dash is related to in all of this, right? I'm gonna say it. If you guys don't want to hear it, like skip forward a few minutes. But Daru is apparently gonna be in the next Robotics notes, right? I don't know why or how, with this being like 10 years after the events of Steins Gate. What happened to Nai? What led her to this position? I mean, I guess I'm happy for her since her circumstances in Steins Gate weren't all that fantastic, but it's weird, you know? But okay, whatever. Yeehaw. Whoa. What's with all the smiling? You literally almost committed a crime. Hell, the normal reaction here would be to call the cops on you.
皆さんにこうして集まってもらったのは、とある支援業務についてのご提案をさせてもらいたかったからです。
集まったんじゃなくて拉致されてきたんですか。
支援業務？これはですね、種子島宇宙センターの瀬宮所長もすでに了承済みの話でして。聞いてない。
Akiho's old man wipes the sweat off of his cheek and weakly nods.
ただ天王寺君、あのやり方はまずかったよ。まず彼らに謝るべきじゃないかな。
Well, I guess her family only knows brute force.
そうですね。
Tenoji Nai seems to have come to some sort of realization. She corrects her posture and bows deeply.
手洗い真似をして本当にごめんなさい。皆さんのことを狙っている大人たちは実は結構いまして。
What?
できるだけ早くこの話をお伝えして、ぜひとも私たちに協力してもらいたかったので。
Wait, why are we being targeted? And even by these guys too?
私、学生時代にもお友達からよく暴走娘って呼ばれていて、ついやりすぎちゃう癖があるみたいなんです。
Who cares about your nickname? More importantly, what do you mean by adults targeting us? Is this related to Kimijima Ko?
それでですね、支援業務について一言で説明しますと、
Actually, before you go any further, let me scan you guys. Because we definitely didn't get him, because the only other time we saw him was through Akiho's perspective. And we'll get her. So she lives in, oh wow, collects 70 geotags. That's her latest achievement. She's born in 98, age 20. All right, she has definitely aged quite a bit since Steins Gate. Lives in Kojima, Taito, Tokyo. All right, JAXA Research and Development Headquarters, Unexplored RD Center Researcher, Research and Development Center Researcher. Okay, there we have it.
マシタさん、あれ貸して、あれ。
Tenoji Nai calls out to one of the staff members watching from a short distance away. The older man named Mashita wears a troubled smile on his face and hands the board over to Tenoji Nai.
はい、これです。じゃーん。
After building up a little bit of hype for herself, she turns the board towards us. Huh. What the?
はい、JAXA と一緒に巨大ロボットを作ろうというわけで。
Looks like I'm not the only one floored right now. Everyone in the club is stunned. Not to mention the poor handwriting and bad drawings make me feel excessively annoyed. What the hell was that terrifying experience we all endured 30 minutes ago? Everything feels so stupid now. I feel like I'm about to collapse out of frustration on the spot. Tennoji Nai's carefree way of speaking is only spurring on that sense of exhaustion.
あれよく聞き取れなかったかな
Yeah, no, it's very clear. Even I don't really have much of an opinion. Well, I've got like one question. Why now? We were literally like denied not too long ago by Akiho's own father, saying nothing is possible.
このボードを見てもらえばわかると思いますが JAXA と一緒に巨大ロボットを作りませんかということではいね
With JAXA, huh? Didn't Akiho just ask her dad about this a month ago and get rejected? Yeah, exactly.
正しくは革新ロボティクス技術研究支援業務っていうもっともらしいというか小難しい名称がついてるんですけど要するに巨大ロボットを研究開発している人たちにいろいろ援助をしたいなという話です。来年東京万博があるわけですが噂ではロボット万博という通称ですでに呼ばれているぐらいだとか JAXA は地上での二足歩行ロボ研究については門外漢だったりします。宇宙ロボティクス研究については研究グループがあるんですけどね。でもやっぱりロボット大国とまで言われた日本ですから二足歩行の巨大ロボットにもきちんと向き合うべきだろうとそんな感じで偉い人に軽く掛け合ってみました。そうしたら意外にも私みたいなド新人の意見が通りましてひとまず万博までの半年間ではありますが支援業務という形でやってみようと
Huh. Interesting. So it just kind of coincidentally clicked and Akiho's father got in some sort of connection with all this? Isn't it a little late for this? I doubt they'll accomplish much with only half a year remaining until the expo.
今回の支援業務がうまくいけばですね将来的に正式なミッションとしての道が開かれるかもしれませんよ JAXA 製の巨大二足歩行ロボットだって夢じゃなくなるかもですその先行ミッション研究になれたらという思惑もあったりとはいえ今のところこの業務に関わっているのは調布では私だけですのであんまり期待はされていないみたいです
I guess we can read that tip. The head office of JAXA. Located in Mitaka, Tokyo, the Aerospace Center serves as JAXA's major research and development base and is home to JAXA's state-of-the-art aviation programs. It is located right next to Chofu Airport and features multiple wind tunnel laboratories. What else we got here? ISS, International Space Station. Wait, that is fictional? A space station built by a collaboration between American, Japanese, Russian, Canadian, and European space agencies. Huh, okay. Well, I guess I'm stupid. The station flies at high speed at a height of nearly 400 kilometers above ground, orbiting the Earth about 16 times a day. Many countries have launched astronauts to the ISS, often having them stay there long-term to conduct experiments. However, during the crash of 15, the ISS had a majority of its functions destroyed, and all present astronauts were recalled. It is currently unmanned, with the various countries negotiating who shall manage it. Snyder, the name of a robot... Okay, well, who cares then? And I think we're good on the rest of this. Perfect.
今の笑うところですよ
I don't think anybody wants to laugh after having all that tension just, like, drained. Or even the tension being there in the first place. Just like when she introduced herself in the car, she's laughing, but her eyes aren't. No matter how big that smile of hers is, she's kind of scary.
正直なところ半年じゃ大したことはできないだろうっていろんな人に言われましたでも期待されていないなら失敗するのを恐れる必要もないわけでだったら好き放題やっちゃおうかなと
If nothing else, she's got guts.
とはいえ支援と言っておきながら予算はとっても少ないですスズメの涙ですですから支援対象はどうしても一つに絞らなくちゃいけませんあちこちの研究機関に支援していたらすぐに予算が消えちゃいます
Well, what is the budget?
じゃあどこにするのかを考えていた時にですね偶然 ネット放送でロボアンをやっていたとこういうわけです。決勝戦、あの英雄ミスタープレアデスと皆さんは互角の戦いを繰り広げていましたね。
Oh, lady, you would not believe who Mr. Pleiades is. I glance over at Subaru to check his expression. Yeah, he's holding it together. It looks like he's listening to her with a cold expression on his face, but he's actually sweating bullets.
ミスタープレアデスならここにいる。
部長、余計なこと言わないでください。
ごめん。
続けてください。
それで私、あの試合を見ていて感動しちゃったんです。
Huh, maybe the doc really was like the only other person that could tell that Mr. Pleiades was Subaru. Tenoshi Nai's eyes get moist and she wiggles around. The more she talks, the more my impression of this woman changes for the worse.
残念ながら負けちゃいましたけど、本当に惜しかったですよね。あのままやってたら絶対うちらが勝ってました。
そういう過程の話は無意味です。勝敗はついたんですから。
あと、買い読み新聞のインタビューも読ませてもらいました。
What interview?
うちが受けたやつですね。あきほちゃん、新聞のインタビュー受けたの？すごいね。
Damn, I guess things really went a long way.
何日じゃなくて買い読みなんだよ。全国紙なの。声が出たくないって言うからしょうがなくうちが一人で受けたんだ。もっといろいろ語りたかったんだけどな。でも瀬宮さん、とても素敵な夢を語っていましたよね。そうですか？恥ずかしいな。
Oh boy, Akiho's starting to fall for Tenoshi Nai's lip service.
本来はホビーロボじゃなくて全高10メートル以上ある巨大ロボットを作るのが夢なんだって。っていうか、もうすでに作っているって。はい、そうなんです。
The president has officially been buttered up to perfection. She's all ready for the oven. Even though she was trembling and about to cry mere minutes ago.
そのインタビューを見てこれだと。ぜひとも皆さんにお願いしたいって思ったんですよ。やっぱり皆さんは今が旬ですから。
もしかしてそんなミーハーな理由で選んだんですか？
皆さんのことは JAXA でも多少名の知られた存在だったということもあります。うちが TNSC 所長の娘だからとか？
これまでにも JAXA からいらなくなったパーツとか譲ってもらってたからじゃない？
そっか、前からうちらって協力関係にあったんだった。
When Misune founded the Robotics Research Association 9 years ago, she used her family connections to force JAXA's hand.
でも間に合ってよかった。
Tenoshi Nai gestures like she's wiping sweat from her brow after a hard day's work.
ロボワンの準優勝者ともなれば、いろんな研究機関や企業が皆さんのことを狙っているはずですから。日本どころか世界中の技術者があの大会には注目しているんですよ。本当ですか？具体的にどの辺ですか？この1ヶ月、買い読み新聞以外どこからもオファー来ませんでしたけど。
単なるお世辞でしょ。
そんなことないですよ。私の目に狂いはありません。とにかくそんなわけで皆さんとの協力関係を一番乗りで築きたかったんです。
具体的にはどう支援をしてもらえるんです？
最初に言った通り、来年の万博への出展が目標です。 JAXA からは開発費を提供します。少ないですが。あと未踏技術研究センターには宇宙ロボティクス研究グループという部門があります。そこに所属する技術者と技術交流ができたりするかもです。年長者の立場からアドバイスなどできたらなぁと。それからロボットを建造する際にこの TNSC の施設を使っていただいて結構です。一つ大事なことが、完成したロボットの説明には JAXA が協力しているという説明を入れてください。
Doesn't that basically mean there are literally no downsides to accepting this deal? Is that really everything? This sounds way too good to be true. Honestly, this has happened before. Things kind of just fall in the club's lap. Like, things just work out. For Robo 1, it was actually getting a robot, code worked out by Frau so that Kaito would be able to use the honorary prez, to compete in Robo 1 efficiently. So there was that. The next thing that just so happened to work out was getting to the finals. And the next thing that just so happened to work out was keeping the club despite losing. And now it's this. Things just continue to work out somehow in a really, really fucking good ass way.
技術やアイデアだけ持っていかれて、手柄は JAXA が独り占めなんてことはないんですか?
It's like we're the protagonist of the story or something.
先輩、それはうがった見方すぎですよ。
そうだよ。そんなことするなら、うちはお父さんと親子の縁切るし。
僕？
いや、だって条件良すぎると思ってさ。なんか裏があるんじゃないかって思っちゃうんだよね。何しろこっちは拉致られた身なんで。
警戒させちゃってますか？ごめんなさい、ごめんなさい。
Tanegashima, looking ashamed, bows her head to us again.
これはもう信じてくださいって言うしかないです。でも完成したロボットの評価が高ければ、将来JAXA製巨大ロボットの製作を皆さんに依頼するかもしれませんよ。
Honestly, when you think about it though, this is like an extremely good working opportunity. They get to be able to do the thing they want to do, and they can actually mark down on their resumes or whatever that, yeah, they associated with JAXA, and a legitimate connection too. This woman is really fixated on JAXA making giant robots. Does she just really want to make one? Who knows if that's not all just a delusion of hers. Careful when you use the word delusion. Oh boy.
それじゃあ兵器じゃないか。そんなコンセプトは認められないよ。
いや、冗談です。
Well, that quickly got her attention. Akiho's eyes have started glittering. She's been consumed by delusions.
そういう考え方好きです。本当？ありがとう。
Yeah-oh, they're hitting it off.
どっちにしろ万博にはもともと出るつもりでした。あ、そうなんですか？だったらお互いに好都合ですね。でも資金はそんなにたくさんいらないかも。スポンサーがついているんです。必要なパーツはほぼ揃っていて、あとは組み立てるだけだったりするんですよ。わあ、そこまで進んでいるんですね。すごいです。もちろん皆さんのロボットは万博に出てくる他の一般企業のロボットと比べれば見劣りしてしまうかもしれません。
Tanegashima just casually drops an insult on us, but it's true, 100%.
ですが、そこはアイディアで勝負みたいな感じですか？一般企業と同じ方法で開発しても、それはあまり意味がないですもんね。それより将来の巨大ロボット開発や宇宙開発に取り入れられるような面白いアイデアを重視したいなって個人的には思っているんです。アイデアは
Akiho's eyes are wandering. She probably doesn't have any ideas in particular. The only plan for that chunk of hollowed out steel is to make it walk. Well, I guess this isn't a bad proposal. It's up to Akiho to decide whether or not to accept, though. She is the club president. I mean, if anyone's going to make the decision here, it's got to be her. She's likely the only one with any real interest in any of this. Subaru is participating in the Robotics Club in secret from his old man, so he can't openly voice his opinion. All of this is probably going right over Juna's head. And Frau and I have no interest in giant robots. Actually, Frau is slovenly lying forward on a desk, fiddling with her Pokecom. She's been paying no attention.
じゃあ、皆さんが今作っている巨大ロボ、見せてもらっちゃおうかな。いいですか？もちろんです。
俺たちがいたハンガーに置いてあったのに。
あ、そうだったんですね。気がつきませんでした。
Yeah, because it looks like shit, maybe?
うちのポケコンに入ってるよ。
Akiho pulls up the blueprints and photos that she took and happily shows them to Tanegashima on her Pokecom screen.
これがうちらロボ部が今開発中の巨大ロボ頑張れる試作1号機通称ガンツク1です。へえ。
Tanegashina's eyes are glued to the screen, but she soon starts to look puzzled.
はあ。ふむふむ。これは動くんですか？もちろんです。歩行させます。させる予定です。
Actually, didn't Subaru mention repeatedly that it wouldn't walk? Did that issue ever get resolved? The man in question is... Well, he's not saying anything in particular.
足が動くということですね。足以外はどうですか？足以外は動く予定はないです。その必要がなかったので。なるほど。ふむふむ。
Tanegashina goes silent in thought for a moment, and then speaks to Senomiya's dad.
瀬宮所長、これって歩けると思います？
いやー、どうでしょう。
He looks like he's at his wit's end. He keeps wiping sweat from his brow over and over. Is he trying to appeal to his daughter? If that's the case, he's not really doing a good job. At the end of the day, sometimes you just have to be brutally honest about this kind of thing. Man, how weak is this dude when it comes to his daughter?
歩くよね、お父さん。どっちです？
歩けませんよ。
Subaru finally makes his move.
スバル、余計なこと言っちゃダメ。
でも事実ですから。
歩けないんですか？
歩こうとしたらつま先が引っかかって転倒するのがオチです。
転倒、それは危険かも。
You don't say.
そこは解決策としてつま先に車輪を装着することで回避しようかななんて思ってたところです。
Tanegashina thinks to herself again before slamming her fist into her palm, like she has an idea. She looks up.
例えばこういうのはどうでしょう。作りかけの1号機についてはひとまず開発を凍結してもらって、また新しく万博出展用にもう少し見栄えのいい巨大ロボを作るというのは。また新しく。
This proposal makes the most sense. Subaru's been saying the same thing for a while now. And if JAXA provides support, our financial issues would finally be over. We could really build something pretty decent if we start from scratch. However, to Akiho, this proposal composed of cold hard reality might as well have been a slap in the face. It means the robot that she's currently building won't qualify for the expo. She would end up a laughingstock. In other words, it's a complete rejection of the robot that Akiho has spent so much time on for so long. I'm an amateur at robot construction, but even I can tell after listening to Subaru and Akiho battle it out. He's right, and she isn't. But that's not the biggest problem here. The biggest problem is that the Robotics Club president, the one who holds the right to decide what direction the club will take, is...
だったらこの話はなかったことにしてください。
Senomiya Akiho. And Senomiya Akiho alone. Her dream is to complete the gun build 1 that Misane designed. The gun barrel prototype model 1 that's the product of the other members' 9 years of hard work. There's no logic or reason behind this. Just pure emotion. That's why this proposal will never work.
うちが完成させたいのはガンツク1なんです。それ以外のロボットを作るつもりはありません。瀬宮さん、ごめんなさい。
And that might be that. Akiho bows slightly and walks out of the room. Frau, seemingly waiting for this moment, stumbles after Akiho while still hanging her head low. Juna is bewildered and looks toward me for my reaction. Subaru also looks at me like he wants me to do something. I don't have any reason to try and persuade Akiho one way or the other. My only obligation is to give her a light push on the back when she's stuck in place. I'm going to start getting KB withdrawal soon, so I decide to go home as well. Wow, and that... I guess that is that. Alright. I guess we'll save her there. Man. what an episode, honestly. I did not really expect all that. Yeah, again, I knew Nai had some sort of presence somewhere in the series, and obviously what I said earlier about Dash, but I didn't know specifically what. But now I've got questions, you know, like what happened post Steins Gate to her? I mean, if this is the Steins Gate world line where things are hopefully fucking better, yeah, hopefully her dad is totally fine, and I'm assuming that she is too. She was able to go to school, get a really good education, and at the age of 20, she's working for JAXA. I mean, that's got to be like really, really big, honestly. So, I don't know. I hope we get to learn a little bit more about her past, because that is a really good science adventure connection. And because this game has really felt unlike any other of the science adventure titles, we are really relying on science adventure connections with other games, such as Sister Centipede, which I needed reminded on, and also the Whose Eyes Are Those Eyes that she even mentioned at the start. Now we get this. So any connection is really all we're getting that's making this feel like a science adventure title, while it continues to not feel like one at times. Anyways, thank you all for watching this episode. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, all that fancy jazz, and I will see you all in the next one. Take it easy.